Everybody, and welcome back to All the Mods 8. In the last episode, we were working on our Elementalcraft, whereas I wanted to actually get some sources moved here. Well, I've actually already gone ahead and did all that, because I was already recording this episode, but for some reason, nothing was working. So, I moved the sources, I collected the sources. I'll go over how to do that now in a moment just to show you. But I went over, grabbed all the sources, put them down, tried to do the source breeding. Nothing was working. Either I was doing something completely wrong, or it just isn't available in this pack, which I wouldn't understand why it wouldn't be, but it just was not working. But I'm just after going around last hour, preparing for the following episode, which we're hoping to be automating everything that's left for the ATM Star. But then I just came back up here to start recording for the new intro just to explain it, and oh yeah, the things are working. You can see the particles coming down. I'll show a clip of when I put it down because I actually have it all recorded, and you can see it was not extracting at all. So I don't know what was going on. So I'm just making some pure crystals now, and in terms of making the pure crystal B, I don't think that's going to happen either. One, well, it is possible, but it's just taking way too long. So what we need is all of these bees here, and we need a spawn egg of all of them. But they've been going for, I don't know how many hours now, more than 12, because I had a 0 time in a bottle because I was speeding them up, so they're in there quite a while now. And if we look up the gene samples, because I have some gene samples of them being generated, they're not making that much. So here's a crystalline with crystalline, and it's only 40%. We're getting there. We're getting kind of close to being able to get it, but I need 100% to make a spawn egg. And we're only at 46, and that's after a few nights of AFKing, trying to generate that one. And after one night of AFKing, I've only gotten this much of each one of the other guys. So this is air crystals, 31%. So I highly doubt we'll have enough before the end of the series, but we'll see. Earth, and did I have a second earth, or was I? Yeah, I did have a second earth. Only 20%. So yeah, in terms of the bees, not going to happen more than likely. So yeah. So in terms of moving the sources, we'll demonstrate on the one over here. The only thing is, do I have any more pristine gems? I do. Let's actually demonstrate it on our fire one that's over near the village swamp area. So you need to make this thing here, a fire source displacement plate. And there's two ways of making it. One, you can combine the pristine gem with a broken one, or you can make it brand new using white rock, swift alloy, and a pure crystal, and any type of the gem you're trying to pick up. So that way. So we're just going to reuse the broken one. We'll fly over here to our fire source. So here's our fire source, and all you have to do is have one block below him, place the displacement plate, right click, and you'll see these runes or whatever surrounding the source, and after a bit of time it will then eventually drop a source receptacle holding that fire source, like so. So I guess there is one thing we can do before we finish with Elementalcraft. There is something we are going to need, which is these tiny portals. So looking in here, we need a miniature end portal, which is made like this. But to make the teleportation core, we need to use element binding. So it means we need to set up some sort of autocraft for all of this. And this is going to require that. Now, the only thing is, this is going to make ourselves a dimensional seed. Now, it depends on how many dimensional seeds we're going to want. Looking at all of the creative items, I think I'm only going to require about 10. I'm not going to bother with the block. I don't even know if there's any point making a creative source jar, but say if we wanted a source jar, probably a mana pool. I don't care about the book or the tablet. In here, we don't need anything. In here, we might as well make the creative motor. In here, we might as well make the creative blaze cake. We don't need the creative source tanks. That's not worth it. I don't know if the shards are needed for anything. I guess we could use them to make that. So they're another one thing, or depending on how many of these we want. So that's just one extra star. So we'll just hold off on just one. We'll probably go with these ones, so that, and then last but not least is our creative power. So we're probably going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish stars. So we'll call it 10 stars. Meaning we're going to need to make 10 miniature portals of each type. So we need 10 miniature end portals, 10 miniature exit portals, 10 miniature nether portals, and I think miniature twilight portals. Okay, so that's made completely differently. But the teleportation core is made in the same thing. We just need to use different ones. So the nether, of course, is going to be using fire. The end portal is going to be using air, and the exit portal, I believe, is fire as well. Okay. So it is pretty simple to automate everything here. The only thing we need to actually craft by hand is this. Actually, yeah, because we can't make the prestige fire gems automatically. I did try automating it, but it just wouldn't let me pump the items directly into it from the pattern provider. You know, like I have it set up here just to drop the item in and then suck it back out. Yeah, for some reason, it does not work with this. So I basically have to sit here and manually craft like 10 pristine gems each, which isn't too bad. It'll just take a bit of time, but to be honest, that shouldn't be too bad at all. So what we'll do is we'll create the patterns first. So we'll start with the nether portal, and that's made like that. And everything here we already have, except for warp nylium, but we can make it like this. I'm pretty sure we have each one of these essences. Now, in terms of the nether infused teleportation core, that should be all okay. So hopefully, I might need to actually organize this better because I don't know what order it's going to put it in. So I might turn these to 1 to 1, grab out a netherite block, and put that there. No, put it there, and then I need another pure crystal, and put it there. And hopefully now that should place these in the correct order. This one is the nether one, so this should go in fire over here. Let's see if this works. So, nether infused teleportation core. Oh yeah, we need a jewel of the piglin. Okay, so I actually went ahead and crafted all of the fire gems, because we do need the unset one here, so we can make the piglin one, which is this guy right here. So we're just going to make one. Actually, we need a bunch of them, so we might as well make as many as we can to start with. The only thing we're really lacking on is spring aligned shards and swift alloy. So we're just going to have to wait for some of that to be crafted up. So let's try making the teleportation core again. Oh god, everything's just jumping all over the place. Okay, so nether infused. Does everything get placed in the right order? No. Right, so that means nothing is going to work because it doesn't get placed in the right order because it's trying to place all the items at the same time. Right, so that just means we're going to have to craft all of these manually. So we only need 10 of them, so it's teleportation core, pure crystal, block of netherite, jewel of the piglin, netherite, pure crystal. So that, this, and then this. And the fire particles are going up. I've also put down some more improved element extractors. And I did put down the things here, but you can see there's no element. Oh, the element's been extracted now. But there's no element being extracted on this one. But there is on this one, which is kind of nice. So it does take a very long time because this was like put down like 20 minutes ago. So yeah, it does take a while for these to get started. So they must be in a recovery phase when they get first placed down. So what I want to do now is actually just grab out the rest of the source receptacles and put down the other ones that we need. So we need 2 water receptacles. So let's just grab out our 2 best water ones, which is going to be this guy and this guy. Our 2 best earth ones is going to be probably this one and this one, because this guy has got nocturnal 2 and selfish. So it won't allow us to extract out much source, and it'll only work at nighttime. And we have the air ones down, so we'll grab out our best fire one. Probably this one and this one. So fire and fire. Oh, and you can see now our thing is done. So we can actually add this to the filter. There we go. So we put that in, it gets sucked out and put into the system. Nice. You there and you there. And last but not least then is water. Now we do need a bunch of spring aligned shards to be able to make the actual, what's this thing called? Stabilizer or whatever to go on it, but I'll add those later. Yeah, they're definitely in a recovery phase because you can see how by dull of a color they are. They do get bright like this, but they're not ready yet. They need to be really bright like this one. See, they're not bright at all like this. So yeah. Right, so I guess I'm just going to sit here and craft the rest of these guys, and then we should have all of our portals. It's the only other thing, though. We do need to go to the Twilight. We could make the fiery essence and grow some of it quickly, which is probably what we're going to do for this. Same for like Carmenite, which I'm guessing. Oh wow, okay, that's the Ergast. I guess we could make an Ergast prediction. We'll see. We won't be doing that today. We'll probably do that now next episode, because today we're just going to finish with this because, well, I need to get it done. And then we're going to go straight into automating everything else we need. Pneumaticraft, occultism. We probably won't do occultism today. I think what we'll do is immersive engineering and pneumaticraft. So let me get these crafted up and then we're going to jump straight into that. Right after a good while, we finally have all of the teleportation cores we need for each one of these portals. So let's make them. So let's make ourselves our end portal, miniature end. Now we need our miniature exit portal. And now we made 6. What are we missing? Oh, endstone fire pits. Okay, we'll just make another stack of those. And there's the 10 of them. And now with the miniature nether portal, we should be able to make all 10 of those as well. There we go. And we also need 10 teleport pads. Now, there's a couple of things. One, to actually make the actual like dimensional seed, we need all these compressed blocks. And I have been making them. They have been crafting in the background. And it looks like this one is still going. We need one more 6x netherrack. So that's still going. It's just going to take a while. This thing has been going for an hour, nearly over 2 hours. Yeah, basically 2 hours. So that's going to take a while. And it's only crafting like one of them. So yeah, the rest of them are actually okay, except for Emerald. Emerald, we need over 4 million, maybe even 5 million emeralds. We only have 1.1, which is not good. And I did set up another thing over here to try and craft another emerald, or at least set up another emerald production here. So it is making it, but it's still very slow. And I have been trying to see whether or not I can get a bunch of emerald from the mining dimension. It's still not necessarily a good option. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So, like, I mean, I have enough to make a couple. Like, we need to make this 5x block. We have enough to make one. It requires like 500,000 to make one. And we need 10 of them, which is going to require basically 5.2 million. Even 5.3 million, maybe. So we do not have enough for that. So we could probably get away with making 4. Nope, not even 4. 3. Nope. Wow, we only have enough to make 2. I need 10 of these. Oh my god. It definitely is the 5x emerald blocks, right? Yeah. I only need a 4x diamond block, so it didn't need that much. So what am I going to do? I don't have enough emeralds unless I set this guy up here to start mining emeralds. What are you mining currently at the moment? You are just mining me sulfur ore. We are completely fine on sulfur. So give me out these lenses and see if I can start mining up maybe emeralds. So emerald ore is best found between Y level 5 and 29. And this thing here is on 6. So we'll just throw it up to 10 and put all these in here. And take all them out. And it's going to get us uranium as well, I think. Yeah, uranium and emerald. Yeah, they both the same Y level, so it's whatever. Oh, wait, this needs to be in a windswept gravelly hills. Oh, it is getting it, but it's not really that much, but we'll see. Maybe it'd be better if it wasn't that biome. Whatever, I'll figure something out in between episodes. So now we've made these portals, let's just make ourselves a couple of the things, and then it's time to get working on... I think I wasn't going to do occultism, but you know what? We only need 2 rituals, because we do need to make the dimensional crystal matrices, because we need to make the dimensional storage accumulators. Oh, actually, they're included in this thing here. Right. Okay, maybe we'll make these next episode. So let's get to work on automating everything that we need. So that's going to be occultism, I think pneumaticraft and immersive engineering, which I actually don't know if I showed this. I have a building down over here now I built, very similar to a create building. Inside here is where we're going to be putting down a couple of machinery. So we're going to have automated workbenches, I think here we're going to have a fermenter, a squeezer, and a refinery here because we need to make a special material. If we look in here, which material is it? Phenolic resin. Yeah, we need this stuff here. That is going to be important because we need to turn it into plates, and then the plates are used for making the advanced electronic components, which are needed for making Tesla coils, and the Tesla coils are needed for the Nexium emitters. So we're going to be setting up a bunch of machines in here to automate. So let's get to work. Okay, so this is where we're at now. So we've got everything here up and running, and it's pretty much already done everything I needed. I only needed 10 of these guys here, so realistically this whole system now is basically useless. I have this thing just turned off, so if I wanted to, I can make it craft me more, but I realistically don't need any more, so that's going to stop. There was one machine here that I was meant to put down, but I completely forgot. So we're just going to build it now because it's the last ingredient we need for making the Tesla coils. Then we should have everything to make the Nexium emitters. So what we need is a HV accumulator. I think they used to be called HV capacitors, but now they're called accumulators. So we need hop. Oh, wait, are we going to have to go? Don't tell me we're going to have to go through this whole process here of getting hop. Industrial squeezer. We're making an industrial mixer now. You know what? Actually, we don't need this set up here. Let's replace this guy here with a squeezer. For some reason, the world's gone even laggier now since. But anyway, so let's have a look here. Let's make ourselves our mixer first. So that's made like this. It's pretty simple. So just an L on that. We just want to make sure where is the inputs. The inputs are on the side here and the outputs are here. So this is going to be exporting into a tank, which I can collect it from. So we'll just have it there. So the import is on the side. So I'm guessing that's a fluid. So that's be like water. And then the orange is the output. So let's have a look here. So that's the way it's going to be. Okay. So engineering block, pipes, that there. Next step. More light engineering, a redstone, and then iron sheet metal. Okay. Then the immersive engineering hammer. Done. So there's our mixer. Now to build a squeezer. So 4 wooden barrels. And I think there's only 2 more things. A redstone thing there, and then a piston and some iron fence. Okay, so iron fence go here. Redstone, and then the piston. Hopefully this will face up right away. I think I can rotate it with a hammer. Nope, not working. Right click here. Oops, I meant with the hammer. Where's it in here? Ah, okay, it's very site specific. Right, so that's more or less that now. So all we have to do is basically just throw, how do we make hop again? The hop dust is coke dust, and that is made by a crusher. Okay, that's simple enough. Okay, I'm a bit stupid. I accidentally hit pause when I went over to grab the coke dust because I forgot to set up the pyrolyzer that I have over here to export into the system. So if we come in here, there's the pyrolyzer here making us coke coal and creosote oil, but I forgot to tell the thing to export. Oh, that thing's ready. And then I came in here, removed that, turn off my magnet, grab out the coke, and I just compressed it into a whole block. And I chucked it in here, got crushed up into dust. Is that working? No. There we go. So crush it up into basically coke coal dust. That'll go back into the system, come over here, and put it into the squeezer. Now, but the thing is, I just realized I do not actually need the mixer. I thought the whole time I needed to make redstone acid with it, but I didn't realize this is the crafting recipe, so I could just easily do it that way. So turns out I didn't need to build a mixer. So what I'm going to do now is, since this is making the hop graphite, all I have to do is just smelt this in the furnace. This bag is linked to one of my furnaces, and that is needed for making the accumulator right here, a hop graphite ingot. So what I'm going to do is move the industrial squeezer from here to there, and then we're going to rebuild the automated workbench because I actually need vacuum tubes. Theoretically, I could just build them in this guy right here, but it'd be kind of cool to have them automated. So give me a moment to move that to there and rebuild the automated workbench. Okay, it's all back up and running again. Oh wait, no, that blueprint I do need. There we go. So put this back in here and just say vacuum tubes. Now, if we were to look up Tesla coil, we should have no issue crafting all 10. The fact that I still am missing aluminium and electrum wire somehow. Okay, the reason why it's not missing electrum wire is because the only way to make it is by using an extruder or a metal press, and I don't want to set up any of those, so I'm just going to craft a bunch by hand. And let's hope I don't need any more. In terms of the aluminium, I could have swore I made a pattern for that in here. Oh, that was with nickel. Never mind. Now, if we try Tesla coil, we should be able to make all 10, no problem. Hopefully. Yep, it is slowly working its way through, crafting the aluminium plates, and that's more or less it then. So, it says there's something here. It's probably a bee. Is it? What's on the map here? A vengeance spirit? Why is there a spirit here? But anyway, so that means everything here is done. So what are we missing now in terms of getting ourselves the ATM Star? We've more or less done everything. I was going to automate... Oh, withers are exploding. I was going to automate occultism, but it turns out I really don't need to. So I've already gone ahead and made all 10. You saw that through the time lapse. I've made all 10 of the... what's it called? There it is. The empty soul gems. And I've also gone ahead and made all of the... pedestals now we need for the dimensional seed. So next episode, what do we do next episode? I guess it's probably finishing everything we need and gathering last ingredients we need. So in terms of like everything else, it looks like we're going to have to do a tiny bit of nature's aura and spirit to get these. That's not a problem. We'll have that done in 10 minutes. And we need to also now go to the Twilight Forest and get ourselves witch trophy, or not witch, Snow Queen trophies. But we can do this with hostile neural networks because for some reason it got an update and they've added a bunch of new things. So like we have all of the different Twilight Forest mobs in here, like the Lich, the Urghast, and the Urghast I think is something we do need for the fiery tears and Carmenite, because we do need blocks of fiery ingots later on for making ourselves our where is it, miniature Twilight portal. So we need Carmenite, life, steel leaf, night metal, and fiery metal. So we're probably going to have to go gather a bunch of these guys and set them up as well. So we'll probably do that now next episode too. So yeah, I think that's more or less it. So hopefully by the end of next episode, we should pretty much have everything we need. Oh wait, you can get mimics? Oh, that's cool. You can basically get any trinket you want now. That is really, really nice. Oh, I wonder would that work with the everlasting beef if I put that in my auto feeding slot. We're actually getting low on the ATM carrots. Why is there a floating teleport pad up here? Huh? Why is this all the way up here? I can't break it. It's not because of word lag. I have no clue. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell while you're at it then as well. So without any further ado, goodbye.